He cheated. He really cheated.
I'm on mobile and typing through my tears. Yesterday, I, 26F, got a hey girly DM from an old college friend G, 27F, about my husband R, 28M. As far as I knew, she was living a different city, but apparently she moved to our city like 8 months ago. She sent me screenshots of their messages and their texts and had selfies of them after they slept together. Why? I've been busy at work and admittedly not spending as much time at home, but he's the love of my life, and I never thought he could do something like this. I confronted R, and he admitted it right away. He said it was supposed to be a one-time thing. He and G met up for dinner when she moved, but things progressed, so they started dating. Yes, dating. She had no idea about me. He doesn't post me on his socials because his online presence is dedicated to his personal fitness business, so she just assumed he was a fit, handsome, single guy. He never mentioned me once. It was only when G started mentioning marriage and kids that R got nervous and dodgy and mentioned trouble with his ex-wife if they were to get married. The ex-wife being me, his wife of 4 years. She mentioned this because, drumroll, she's 3 months pregnant. Thinking they were exclusive, she hasn't slept with anyone else, which means the baby is his. His. She Googled my name and found out that not only were we together, we were married. 4 years of marriage, 3 more years of dating, down the drain. I told R to get the fuck out, and he tried to argue, but he knew he had no chance. He's staying at a friend's house, and after lurking on Reddit for so long, I texted him my entire reason for kicking him out, and he sent an apology reply, admitting to everything, so I have it all in writing. I'm still messaging G. She feels totally awful about the whole situation, and I really feel for her. We've actually become close in the last day or two, as weird as that sounds. But we're both in the middle of some trauma, and leaning on each other has helped. I'm leaving him, if that wasn't clear. G has also said she wants nothing to do with R except child support. I texted him to come over tomorrow to talk, and he said he would, and I contacted a lawyer this morning and sent her everything I have. She replied after about 2 hours and said this case wouldn't be a problem. Basically, it was a slam dunk. She also offered to mention the case to a colleague in family court, but G hasn't made her mind up about that yet. She's just as overwhelmed about this as I am. I'm just grateful I didn't have kids with this son of a bitch, and I'm still young and hot, while R's a gross cheating cheater. Anyway, not really looking for advice here. I'm aware of my way forward. Just wanted to get this true off my chest. Edit! I genuinely thank you all for the advice regarding G. I'll be cutting contact after she gets her test results back. Edit 2. You all were right. G is up to something. Tomorrow, once I've had some sleep, I'll update further. But thank you all for your advice.
Update.
Well, what an update I have for you all. Last night, I got into a huge argument with R over the phone, talking about how I'm a B for breaking up with him, and plenty of other nasty things. Through the night, I was anxious and insomniatic, so as per so much of your advice, I started distancing myself from G. She sensed this, and things blew up. She went into a rage and told me she had known about me. She knew I got married through mutual friends on Instagram. My profile is private, but friends and family posted about the wedding, so G saw our wedding photos. G texted me this morning after waking up to so many texts. She called me a fake B who makes up circumstances and lies about details. I blocked her after that. In my post and my texts, I was as accurate as possible without divulging too many details. I was also feeling petty from lack of sleep, so I did tag R in an IG story telling everyone he was a cheater, and a few people responded, saying they blocked him. I deleted it after 3 hours, but I know there were screenshots taken and the damage has been done. He called early this morning asking to talk, but I said everything was better said over text. So I had receipts. And he obliged. He basically said he'd accept divorce, and he'd give me almost everything I asked for, namely our TV and my car, since he'd contributed to some payments. We don't have many flashy things other than our gaming consoles, and neither of us are interested in the others. This obviously wasn't legally binding, but I'd imagine it's good ammo in the divorce. R came by before work to get a bunch of his things, and we were able to talk face to face. He apologized and asked, almost begged, for my forgiveness. Remembering comments about my dignity, I politely but firmly declined. He actually took this pretty well and asked me if I had any questions. I asked him, what the fuck happened? According to R, G contacted him before she even moved. As many suspected, she knew about me from the beginning, but simply didn't care. She didn't say outright that she was trying to get pregnant, but she gloated to her friends about having unprotected sex with R many times, so it's definitely suspicious as hell. He said he just couldn't resist her. To be quite frank, Reddit, I'm hotter than her. There's no question. That is the one thing about this whole situation that brings me a bit of light. Oh, and as predicted by so many of you, G and R are apparently still in a relationship. They're planning on keeping the baby and, get this, 2 or 3 hours after I wrote this out, he posted the gender reveal on his public Instagram. Like I never fucking existed. He's trying to get rent money from me, but there's not a chance in hell I'll be giving a cent to him. In fact, I'll be taking nearly everything. He knows he doesn't stand a chance at getting any of the furniture that I paid for, or the vinyls I bought. F him. So many comments gave great advice, and I'm so grateful. I've officially cut off G, and am in the process of cutting off R outside the divorce. I'm living comfortably by myself in our apartment. I have a decent salary so I can afford it. But I let our landlord know that I'll be ending the lease in 2 months. He has a studio available, but I'm not sure I'll take it. For now, I'm in contact with my lawyer, who says this whole process can be done in 6 months if everything goes well. I have a ton of hope for my future, and I truly appreciate all of you who commented on my first post. I might post a further update, or I might not. Regardless, I will get a happy ending, and I'll be able to start fresh without him. Good riddance.